The day my parents handed my daughter a damn house key, wrapped in shiny pink paper like it was some magical birthday gift. I swear something cracked inside me. Not a little crack either, more like the sound a windshield makes when a stone hits it at 70 miles an hour. I felt it in my chest, deep and sharp, and I couldn't tell if it was anger, confusion, or the sudden realization that something in my family had been shifting for years without me noticing. It was my daughter Ava's 10th birthday, and we'd driven 2 hours to my parents' place because, well, that's what you do, right? You show up. You make memories. You keep the peace even when the damn piece feels like cheap wallpaper about to peel off the wall. But the second Ava tore open that tiny gift bag with balloons on it, and the key dropped into her small palm with that little metallic plink, I fucking knew something was off. "Sweetheart," my mom said, plastering on her usual too bright smile, the one that stretched her face like she practiced it in the mirror. "This is your special key." Ava held it up between her fingers. "To what?" My dad crossed his arms like he was proud of something big. "To our house. You can come here anytime. You're always welcome." My fiancée Maya shifted beside me. I could feel her energy tighten immediately. She didn't have to say a word. We both knew damn well that no grandparent hands a 10-year-old a house key unless they have some message dripping underneath. Ava, innocent as always, smiled like she'd been handed a golden ticket. "Really? Anytime? Anytime?" My mom echoed warmly, brushing Ava's hair back. "Especially if things get hard at home." And there it was, a hit disguised as kindness, a knife wrapped in glitter paper. I blinked slowly, feeling the air in the living room thicken. "Excuse me?" My mom pretended she didn't hear me. She just hugged Ava again, squeezing her tight like she was the only person in the room worth hugging. My dad clapped Ava on the back and said, "Happy birthday, kiddo." And both of them acted like nothing the fuck was wrong. I wasn't someone who made scenes. But Jesus, I could feel a storm building up my spine. Maya reached for my hand under the table and squeezed hard. My parents didn't include a single word about boundaries, rules, or letting us know if she came. Nope. They handed our kid an open invitation, a golden backdoor into their lives that didn't include us, and then looked at us like we should be grateful. Then magically, suddenly, they were too tired for us to stay the night, which was the whole reason we even came. They'd been begging for weeks for us to sleep over so they could spend quality time. But after the key thing, everything flipped. It started when Ava went upstairs to see the birthday surprises they'd set up in her old room. My mom followed her up, leaving me and Maya in the kitchen with my dad. He didn't wait long. "You two should probably head back tonight," he said as he grabbed a beer. "It's been a long day." Maya's eyebrows shot up. We were staying. You told us to pack. Remember?" "Yeah, well," he said, twisting open the bottle, "things change." "Like what?" I asked. He shrugged. "Your mom doesn't feel well, and Ava's gonna stay here with us for the weekend, so it's best you two head out." I swear. My jaw clenched so hard I heard something pop. "Ava's staying here? Since when?" "It's her birthday," he said simply. "She wants to stay." "The hell she does," Maya snapped. "You told her she could?" "She's old enough to decide for herself," he replied, taking a swig. "She's 10, I hissed. Before I could say more, my mom and Ava came back downstairs. My mom was holding a duffel bag. Ava's duffel bag, already packed, with clothes we hadn't packed. "Mom," I said slowly, "why is her bag packed?" "Oh, honey," she said like I was the unreasonable one. "She told me she wants to stay. She has her own key now and she's excited. You should let her enjoy her birthday surprise."
Birthday surprise?
"Since when was this shit planned?" Ava looked conflicted, even confused. Nana said, "It was okay." Maya knelt beside her. "Baby, we didn't talk about this. You can stay another weekend. This wasn't planned." "But Nana said," "Sweetheart," I interrupted, calming my voice. "You need to talk with us too. We're your parents." My mom's smile got sharper, thinner. "We're just trying to help. You two work all the time. Maybe she needs more stability." I swear the kitchen floor tilted. Maya stood up slowly, shoulders stiff. "Are you fucking kidding me?" she said quietly. My dad set the beer down. Watch your tone in our house. Oh, Tone. Maya barked. You're trying to take our daughter and you're worried about Tone? We're not taking her. My mom snapped, losing her fake sweetness. We're giving her options. Kids need options. What she needs, I said, trembling with anger, is grandparents who don't manipulate her. My mom's nostrils flared. If you two can't handle your own child wanting to stay with us, that's your insecurity, not ours. Ava shrank back a little, her fingers twisting the hem of her shirt. And that did it. Get her bag, I said firmly. We're leaving. No, my dad said. He actually stepped in front of Ava. She stays. My blood pressure spiked so fast I felt dizzy. Move. He didn't. So Maya stepped in. Move before I call the damn cops for trying to keep a child from her parents. That hit him. He didn't expect us to go nuclear. My mom gasped like Maya had slapped her. You'd call the police on your own family? You stop acting like family the second you disrespect us as parents. Maya fired back. Ava started tearing up, overwhelmed. My dad finally stepped aside with a low growl. I grabbed the duffel bag. Maya grabbed Ava's hand. And we walked out before anything got worse. But as we reached the car, my mom called out from the doorway. Fine, go. But don't come back acting like victims. You caused this. You walked out. Don't expect us to keep bending over backwards for two ungrateful children raising another child. Maya let out a shaky breath. Ava sobbed silently in the back seat. I drove. No one spoke for 20 minutes. But I knew this wasn't over. Families don't just snap overnight. This shit was building for years. And now the cracks were everywhere. What I didn't know yet was that the key wasn't just a weird gift. It was an invitation into a battle I didn't even realize my parents had been planning. And they weren't done. Not even close. The week after the key incident, my phone barely stopped vibrating. Missed calls, voicemails, long paragraphs of guilt-tripping texts that sounded like my mom wrote them through a Pinterest motivational filter but with an undertone that screamed you ruined everything. I didn't respond. Neither did Maya. Ava kept quiet too. She was confused enough already. We didn't want her caught in the middle. But of course, my parents didn't give a damn about the middle. They wanted sides. They wanted control. And they sure as hell wanted Ava. 3 days later, I got a message from my sister, Lena. We weren't close. Mostly because she'd mastered the family tradition of playing victim while doing the most messed up shit imaginable. But she rarely texted unless there was drama. Lena, Mom's crying her eyes out. She says you cursed them out and ripped Ava away. What the hell happened? Typical. No, hey, what's your side? Just immediate blame. I didn't respond. 5 minutes later she followed with, Lena, are you really not letting Ava talk to them? Why are you being so controlling? Controlling? Jesus. Maya saw me staring at my phone and put her hand on my shoulder. Don't answer, she said softly. They'll twist whatever you say. She was right. So I turned the phone off and shoved it into the couch cushions. The silence in the house felt heavier that day. Ava was sketching something on her drawing tablet, sitting on the living room floor with her legs crossed. Maya was cleaning the kitchen counters just to keep her hands busy. And I was pacing like some caged tiger. This is gonna get worse, I muttered. Maya nodded. Yeah, because they don't think they did anything wrong. Ava looked up. Are Nana and Grandpa mad at us? That question sliced right through my ribs. They're not mad at you, I said, kneeling beside her. They just made a bad choice, and they need time to think about it. She blinked. But they gave me the key. I swallowed hard. Yeah, baby, but giving you a key without talking to us wasn't okay. But I didn't know, she whispered, looking guilty. I grabbed her hand. You didn't do anything wrong. Not a single thing. She leaned against me and sighed. And fuck, that killed me. Kids always think they're the problem when it's adults screwing everything up. That night, after Ava went to sleep, Maya and I sat at the kitchen table with mugs of tea we weren't actually drinking. What now? She asked. I don't know, I admitted. But my gut is telling me this isn't just about a key. They've been trying to undermine us for a while. Maya snorted. Trying? Your mom practically tells me how to raise our kid every time we see her. She wasn't wrong. My mom had this way of slipping tiny criticisms into compliments. Oh, Ava looks tired. Do you think she's getting enough sleep? Oh, she's so skinny. Are you feeding her properly? Oh, she's quiet. Is she stressed at home? And they always sounded innocent unless you actually listened. Then there was my dad, who always had comments about my career, our house, our choices. You should be making more money by now. You don't push Ava hard enough. You're too soft on her. You're gonna raise a weak kid if you're not careful. And it wasn't until recently that I realized all those jabs weren't random. They were building a picture. A fucked up one. A picture where they were the safe place. They were the smarter ones. They were the better caretakers. And we were just the dumb, emotional kids who didn't know shit about parenting. Do you think they planned this? Maya asked suddenly. I hesitated, then nodded. Yeah, I said. I think they did. The weekend passed quietly. Too quietly. But Monday morning everything exploded. I dropped Ava off at school like normal. Kissed the top of her head. Watched her skip inside with her backpack bouncing. 10 minutes after I got back home, I heard a car door slam. Maya peeked through the blinds and groaned. Oh great, your parents. Sure enough, there they were, marching toward our front door like soldiers on a mission. My stomach tightened. Fuck. Before I could even reach the door, they were pounding on it. Maya stood beside me. Whatever they say, stay calm. I opened the door. My mom barged inside without waiting. Where is SHE? She demanded. I blinked. Excuse me? Ava. Where is she? We're taking her for the week. I actually laughed. A short, disbelieving, borderline hysterical laugh. What? No, the fuck you're not. My dad stepped in behind her, jaw tight. We talked to Lena's lawyer friend. She says grandparents have rights in this state. I stared at him. Grandparents' rights? Are you out of your damn minds? Don't curse at us. My mom snapped. We're trying to do what's best for Ava. Oh really? Maya cut in. By trying to take her behind our backs? We're not taking her. My dad barked. We're rescuing her. Maya laughed bitterly. Rescuing her? From what? A stable home? 2 parents who love her? A roof that isn't falling apart like yours? My mom gasped like she'd been stabbed. You ungrateful brat. Enough, I said, raising my voice. Everyone fell silent. I stepped closer, glaring at both of them. Ava is at school. She is our child. And you two are never allowed to show up here demanding anything again. My mom's eyes narrowed. We gave her that key so she'd have a safe place to go. We are her safe place, I snapped. My dad scoffed. Not from what your mother and I saw. You two fight all the time. You don't discipline her. You give her too much freedom. It's chaotic. Maya stared at him in disbelief. You've never lived with us. You see her maybe twice a month. Don't act like you know shit. We know enough, he said coldly. Then my mom stepped forward and said the sentence that would change everything. If you don't let her stay with us, we'll take legal action. We're not letting you mess up that child's life. Maya froze. I felt something snap in my head. Get out, I said. No, my mom began. Get out. My dad opened his mouth. But something in my face must have warned him. He grabbed my mom's arm. Let's go. But before she walked out, she turned and hissed. You can't cut us out. She loves us. She'll come to us. You can't stop her. Then they slammed the door, and I felt the house shake with it. Maya collapsed into a chair, hands shaking. They're insane. They're actually insane. I rubbed my face. We need to call someone. A lawyer. Someone who can tell us what the hell our rights are. The next few days were a blur of anxiety, research, and making damn sure we documented everything. Just in case. But something unexpected happened too. Ava began to open up. One night, while we were watching TV, she whispered, Did I do something bad? My heart cracked. Why would you think that? Because Nana says I should tell them if you and Mama fight. She says they can keep me safe. She says sometimes parents don't know what kids really need. Maya lowered the volume on the TV. Baby, she told you that? Ava nodded hesitantly. When? I asked gently. Before my birthday, she said. She said if things ever feel weird at home, I can come to them. She said I don't have to tell you if I go there. I can just use the key. Maya's eyes filled with tears. She stood up and walked to the kitchen, needing a second to breathe. I sat down beside Ava. Sweetheart, that's not okay. Nana shouldn't tell you to hide things from us. She looked scared. Am I in trouble?
No.
You didn't do anything wrong. But your grandparents did. She hugged me tight, and in that moment I knew this wasn't about a misunderstanding. This was an invasion, a deliberate attempt to break our family apart from the inside. And we weren't going to let them win. Not now. Not ever. Once we realized how deep my parents' shit went, how deliberate, how manipulative, it stopped being a family disagreement and became a damn war strategy session. We got a lawyer first thing Monday morning. His name was Carter. Mid-40s. Calm voice. The kind of guy who looked like he meditates at sunrise and never raises his heart rate above 62 beats per minute. He listened while I and Maya explained everything. The key, the attempted overnight grab, the threats of legal action. Then he leaned back, crossed his fingers over his stomach, and said, Well, your parents are being bold. Bold? Maya scoffed. Try fucking unhinged. Carter smirked. In any case, here's the good news. You have nothing to worry about. Grandparents' rights exist, but they're extremely limited. They can't just demand custody or visitation, especially not over two competent, fit parents. So they can't do shit? I asked. Basically, he shrugged. They'd need evidence of neglect, abuse, or serious instability, which they don't have. Maya exhaled shakily. Thank God. But, Carter continued, you need to be careful. People like this usually escalate when they feel powerless. Oh good. Perfect. Exactly what we needed, more escalation. What do we do? I asked. Document everything. Every message. Every unannounced visit. Every attempt to get to Ava behind your back. If they keep pushing, you may need to issue a formal no-contact request. Maya looked alarmed. Like, legally? Yes. Carter nodded. It's extreme, but sometimes necessary. Extreme. Necessary. Two words I never thought would apply to my own parents. When we got home, we found three things waiting. 1. A handwritten card shoved into our mailbox. 2. A bag of Ava's favorite snacks. 3. A note taped to the door that read, Ava, we love you. Come home soon. Use your key whenever you need to. Love, Nana and Grandpa. Not our home. There's, as if Ava belonged there. Maya ripped the note off the door so fast it tore in half. I'm done. I'm so fucking done with them. I brought everything inside so we could photograph it for documentation. The next day, things escalated. Again. Ava's school called around 11 a.m. Hi, the secretary said in a tight voice. We have your parents here asking to pick up Ava early. I almost dropped the phone. What? Yes. They claim you approved it. Absolutely not. I snapped. Do not release her to them. I'll be there in 10 minutes. When I got to the school, I found my mom arguing with the office staff like the world's maddest PTA president. My dad stood behind her with his arms crossed like a hired bodyguard. What the hell is wrong with you? I said, storming in. My mom spun around. You didn't answer my texts. We thought we'd take her for the afternoon. You do not get to pick up my kid whenever you fucking want. My mom gasped dramatically. Language. You're yelling in a school. Good. I shouted. Maybe someone will hear how insane this shit is. My dad stepped closer. We're not going anywhere until we see Ava. The school counselor stepped between us. Sir, you need to calm down. I am calm. I lied, chest heaving. My mom glared. We're her grandparents. We have every right. You have zero rights without our permission. I snapped back. Now leave before I call the police. You wouldn't, she spat. Try me. My mom's face twisted with outrage. She grabbed my dad's arm and stormed out. The counselor turned to me. Has this happened before? Not like this, I muttered. Well, consider notifying your lawyer. Oh, trust me, I said. He'll hear about it. When I got home and told Maya, she was shaking with fury. They're obsessed. This is obsession. She wasn't wrong. That night, we sat Ava down and explained, carefully, that Nana and Grandpa were not allowed to take her anywhere unless we said so. She nodded slowly and said, They told me you two are tired all the time. They said I'd have more fun living with them. My heart stopped. Maya's face turned pale. They what? She whispered. They said they'd get me a puppy, Ava added quietly, and my own phone. So that was their angle. Bribing a 10-year-old. Jesus. We hugged Ava, reassured her, and put her to bed. But Maya and I sat in the living room for hours afterward, trying to decide how far we needed to take this. By morning, the decision was made for us. My parents showed up again. This time they didn't knock. They banged on the door like police. Open the door, my mom shouted. You can't keep our granddaughter from US. Maya called Carter immediately. He told us to stay inside and record everything. So we did. And the recording caught my mom screaming that Ava belonged with them. My dad threatening to come back with real authority. My mom yelling that we were unfit. My dad pounding on the door so hard it rattled the frame. Finally, I yelled, Leave before I call the cops. My dad yelled back, Do it. Let them see how you treat family. Maya yelled from the stairs, We're protecting our child from you. They eventually left, shouting as they walked to their car. We sent the recordings to Carter. His response was immediate. Carter, this is no longer a family matter. This is harassment. We should proceed with a no-contact letter. My heart sank. I knew it was coming, but hearing it felt unreal. Maya nodded firmly. Do it. I don't care anymore. Later that night, something happened that pushed everything over the edge. Ava woke up crying at 3 a.m. I rushed into her room. Baby, what's wrong? She sniffled. I had a dream. Nana was taking me away, and you couldn't find me. I held her as she sobbed into my chest. Maya sat beside us, tears streaming silently down her cheeks. That dream felt like a message from the universe. Protect your kid. No matter who you have to cut off. No matter how much it hurts. By sunrise, Maya and I were sitting at the kitchen table drafting the no-contact letter with Carter. My hands shook as I signed it. This wasn't just a letter. It was a line in the sand. A line my parents forced us to draw. A line we would defend, no matter what came next. The no-contact letter went out at noon sharp. Carter sent its certified mail and emailed a copy for immediate notice. It was official, lawyer-stamped, and as blunt as a brick to the face. All communication must stop. No phone calls, no visits, no gifts. No attempts to contact or access Ava. Violation will result in police involvement. Maya and I sat in silence after it was sent. Both exhausted, both raw. This wasn't how family was supposed to work. This wasn't how childhood memories were supposed to feel. But here we were, protecting our kid from the very people who raised me. By evening, the response came. Not from my parents directly, but from my sister, Lena. WTF did you do? Mom is hysterical. Dad is furious. They said you banned them from Ava's life. How could you do that to them? I stared at my phone. Maya glanced over, eyebrows raised. You gonna respond? Nope, I said. We're done playing the emotional ping pong. But Lena kept going. Lena, they're saying you're unstable. They're saying Maya is manipulating you. Mom said Ava is scared over there. That one hit me in the throat. Scared? Ava was scared because of them. Because they wouldn't stop. Because they kept pushing and pushing until her whole little world felt cracked. But I didn't respond. I was done feeding the fire. 3 days passed with no word from my parents. 3 weird, quiet, almost peaceful days. Then on day 4, a white SUV pulled up on the street across from our house. And parked. And stayed. I watched from the blinds. Maya noticed too. That's your dad's car, she whispered. I cursed under my breath. You've got to be kidding me. I stepped outside with my phone recording. My dad cracked the window, pretending to check something on his phone. What are you doing here? I asked loudly. He didn't look up. Public street. You can't be here, I said. You got the letter. He shrugged. I'm not violating it. I'm not talking to you. I'm not coming on your property. I'm just sitting. Why? Silence. Then he muttered, just making sure she's okay. My blood pressure spiked. Ava is fine. You're the one making her anxious. But he didn't leave. Not for an hour. Not for two. Not until I called Carter, who called the police to log it as suspicious surveillance. Only then did my dad drive off, slowly, defiantly. A chill crawled up my spine. This is obsession, Maya murmured. And she was right. This wasn't love. This wasn't concern. This was control. Wrapped in nostalgia. Drenched in entitlement. Fed by generational ego and the toxic belief that parents never lose authority over their adult children. That night, we triple-checked the locks. Not because we thought they'd break in, but because they had already crossed lines I never imagined they would. 2 days later, the letter seemed to finally sink in. The SUV didn't return. The calls stopped. The texts from Lena slowed to a trickle, then stopped entirely. And for the first time in weeks, we breathed. We found normal again. Ava started smiling more. The dark circles under her eyes faded. She went back to drawing unicorns and watching cartoons and asking innocent questions that didn't come loaded with emotional landmines. But the scar was there. One night during dinner, she quietly asked, "Are Nana and Grandpa mad at me?" I swallowed hard. "No, baby. They're just upset with us." "But why?" Maya leaned over and brushed her cheek. "Because they forgot who the parents are. And they forgot that loving you doesn't mean hurting us." Ava thought about that for a long moment. Then she nodded. It was enough for her. For now. Weeks passed. Life felt normal again. Healthy. Peaceful. But healing doesn't erase everything. Some nights, when the house was quiet, I found myself thinking about my parents. About the grandparents they pretended to be. About the childhood they claimed was so stable and structured compared to how they thought I was raising Ava. And I finally understood something. My parents didn't want to take care of Ava. They wanted to redo me through her. Raise her the way they believed I should have been raised. Fix their regrets through her childhood. Use her as a second chance. And when Maya and I didn't parent the way they wanted, they tried to replace us, cut us out, rewrite the family dynamic with themselves at the center. The key they gave Ava? It wasn't a gift. It was a bridge, a backdoor into our family. Power moved disguised as love. And when we tore that bridge down, they set the whole damn forest on fire. But we survived. We rebuilt. We protected our daughter. And in the end, that's what mattered. A month after the letter, Ava turned to me while brushing her teeth and said, "I'm glad I live here." I kissed the top of her head. "Me too, kiddo. We don't know what the future holds. Maybe one day my parents will apologize. Maybe they'll realize the damage they caused. Maybe they'll stay stubborn forever. But one thing is certain. Our door is locked to toxicity, no matter whose DNA it shares. And Ava? She'll always know exactly where home is. With us. Safe. Loved. Protected." If you connected with this story, make sure to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more powerful family drama stories. Your support helps bring these real, raw narratives to life.